Hello. We are where? In Korazim.
Hi guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we are going to visit one of the exciting sites which was referred in the New Testament as one of the cities condemned by Yeshua. What is it? Let's discover! We're here!
Welcome to Korazim.
We're here with Achia, who's going to give a whole of introduction and his project and his excavation and his report. I read the report, nice report, and lots of interesting things. We have lots of surprises waiting for us up of our sleeves today. That's why we wear a long sleeve. So, before we go any further, as I said, on the bus, Galilee has a free day in it. And one of the options that we're giving our folks to sign up for is a 3-hour experience here in Korazim, which includes guiding, includes digging, includes also a small treasure hunt, something like this. And that's the kind of cooperation that we're using with Galilee. Achia is going to give his presentation, and we'll tell you more about everything that you can work with the office, particularly the operations.
So good morning. Boker Tov. My name is Achia. I'm the archaeologist of Korazim. I'm the archaeologist of the Gesh Tourist Archaeology, as we do archaeology for tourists. Now, probably most of your vision, archaeology is hard work, labor, moving buckets, stones and so on. So no, I'm not I'm interested in that. I'm running excavations all over Yudfat, Gamla, hotel tunnels, whatever. But what we're doing here is pretty unique, I believe. And this is an experience for tourists, adapted for your clients to have a first-hand experience in really doing history. And as I am experienced and knowledgeable about the general archaeology of the Holy Land, I'm capable of delivering that to the audience. Golden ring, right in the dirt, like 5-10 centimeters deep in the dirt, and I go through it, and it moves. This is worthwhile excavating, and we did excavate. It's not. It is not because the floors, we have several floors inside this building along the years, but the floors are all the second half of the first millennium, like 500 years, 400 years later than Jesus himself. And when we did dig, this is backfilled. This is backfilled because of safety and preservation. But we did dig down, and we have an earlier buildings, and it's all much later than Jesus. So the columns themselves are very typical of the first century, but here in a secondary use. So this is not a synagogue. What it is, it's a peculiar room, whenever you look at it, but it's one trial in the mission finding the synagogue. Okay? Questions?
Korazim was built out of black basalt stone, which was common in the Galilee area. In the time of Yeshua, Korazim was about 15 acres or 7 hectares in size and had an estimated population of around 500 to 1,000 people. Yeshua spent around 50 to 70% of his ministry time around the northern shore of the Sea of Galilee, so those in Korazim would have repeatedly heard and seen all Yeshua did.
Guys, we are in Korazim. So beautiful.
This area is very dry, and the water supply was essential for sustaining life in this town. A spring is located on the northeast side of the town, which was the source of the city's water in addition to the cisterns under the houses.
I mean, everywhere. If you ask them in California, they can appreciate what water scarcity is. Though, is that they gave so much water for what? I mean, you can't drink it, right? Bathe in it. What did they? What? So they gave lots of this precious liquid to what?
To drink.
Which is
Religious purposes.
it's not cleaning. It's purifying. Purification.
Right.
It's the faith. They give water for the faith. I mean, just for about the cleaning thing, the halakha says that you can bathe in a mikveh until a dog wouldn't drink from it.
Oh,
Okay?
how's that so clean?
I mean, if it's rainwater. And you know when it's rained here. It rains here till say April, May, early May, and then till next November, December. Between this and that, no rain. This is what you have. And this is pretty clean. Regularly. This is rainwater. This is actually rainwater. The moment they excavate this, it started filling back. And each winter it fills back. And each summer it goes down. And you can imagine how the water looked like a couple of months ago.
Dirty. Yeah.
And by the way, this is not for women between the age of, say, 25 and 45 or whatever, once a month. This is not for vessels. This is totally different the mikveh. And the law, in the halakha, it says that many people were strict about eating the fruits of the Holy Land pure.
So
meaning when you eat barley, wheat, peaches, carrots, or whatever you eat, what you put on your table, which is raised in the Holy Land, the fruit itself is sacred. So you have to be pure when you eat it.
Hi guys, so we are in Korazim. Korazim is a Jewish village and I'm with Orit. Say hi to everyone.
Here, besides the excavation and the tour, you can see this path going down over there. This is what we call Jesus' grave. Because this is walking on his footsteps. From Korazim to Kapaneh. It's about, it depends, an hour and a half walk.
Now we are looking at the synagogue.
Pray.
Right, what else? Meetings, discussions,
Weddings.
trading, funerals. What else? School,
Oh, school. Knesset.
right?
No.
What else?
That's it.
Like local municipality,
Yeah.
court.
Wow, it's like in Capernaum, but it's very black, this one.
Right.
Nakon?
It's a difference, and it's a huge difference in the wall.
Wow.
What you expect in a synagogue that you don't see here, or other way around.
They are on a Kodesh? No.
There's no Aron Kodesh, right?
Yeah.
There's no ark. And where
It
the
was there, no.
And
No,
the direction.
Ah, nakon.
there's no direction to Jerusalem, right?
Yeah.
Where's
Yes.
Jerusalem?
Over there.
Po.
Over
Right,
The
over
door's
there.
there.
The door is there. Shouldn't there be a cupboard here instead of a door?
Yeah.
If any one of you been praying lately in a synagogue, I mean, everybody's standing facing Jerusalem, all Galilee synagogues facing Jerusalem with their doors, and everybody's praying toward Jerusalem, and then in Shabbat morning, when you enter late,
Everyone can see you.
this is shaming.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't know if that's the reason, but this is, okay, that's one peculiar. What else you find weird about this place?
There's no way to sit.
So there were benches.
Okay.
There were benches. Most of them are missing, but you see those are benches. 2 lines of benches around. Most of the benches.
The roof.
Roof, yeah, naturally.
Women's, the genital.
So there were galleries here, we know, but we found the stairways to the galleries, and we found, but there is no division between men and women. Like in Egg Chatot, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the first conservative. This is the first conservative synagogue.
Yeah. Reform.
No synagogues in ancient times has division between men and women, at least physical division.
Well, they're smart.
Because
So,
maybe
few
women
possibilities.
didn't pray.
First, the women didn't pray at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, they
I mean, if
didn't
you
come.
take it logically,
Yeah.
that's one option. What other options are?
It was mixed.
It was mixed. They prayed mixed, right?
Yeah.
What else is possible?
Women were not allowed to participate.
Yeah, so that's the first option. The second option, that they're mixed. What else? Maybe in different times.
No. Yeah.
It's a
Maybe.
possibility. I mean, we
like the swimming
can't
pool.
support it. And the fourth option is,
Only woman.
yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
Men were working.
And the
on.
fifth is different
Yeah,
sides.
sides.
I mean, no physical division. In churches of the time, we know that they have separation, not physically, but different sides. In Syria, it's backwards and forwards. In Israel, it's both sides, or whatever. But all possibilities. In the synagogues, we don't have any division that we know of. Excavating Antike Synagogen in Galilee. German. Very Yekish German work. And this is how they reconstruct a synagogue of the period.
Wow.
And that book was from 1960.
This book is from
Wow.
1960.
Wow. And the
From an odd reason, my grandfather bought this book.
Ah.
He had his PhD on Shakespeare in Germany. And my mother used it. It's got my mother's name here, maiden name here. And a friend of the family was David Amit, late David Amit, who was an archaeologist specializing in ancient synagogue. And my mother gave it to him. And when I became an archaeologist, somewhat because of David Amit, I was sad that he had it and not me. But he passed away, and for my birthday a couple of years ago, I got it back. And here you have,
Nothing.
So there was nothing.
and this is a synagogue.
Oh, maybe.
This is before excavation, and this is after excavation.
At Korazim, there are partial remains of this magnificent synagogue built entirely of black basalt stones. Here, one finds delicate and exact ornamentation that only the most highly skilled artists can craft. Indeed, when one sees the stones of the destroyed Korazim synagogue scattered around the site, it is possible to discern how rich and refined is the artistry that went into it. This is clearly discernible in the partial restoration of the synagogue, in which some elements were restored in situ. The architectural style of the synagogue is similar to the other stone-built synagogues in the Galilee. Many artifacts were found in the synagogue, such as stones with lions, birds, grapevines, head of Medusa, menorah, temple, and more.
This is a synagogue of Jesus. And this is brand new. I mean, it haven't been published, been in media, right? But it hasn't been published formally so far.
This one and these rocks are the proof that Yeshua teach on the synagogue, because these two stones are found during 1st century, during Yeshua's time.
So guys, all those two rocks that have been found, those are the two rocks that are dated back on 1st century. So they are claiming, and it is 100% sure, that Yeshua teach in the synagogue in Korazim. And the problem why there's not so much left on it is because when the Romans came and there's war and everything, the people here tried to build a new place, new city, new village, and they carry all those building blocks that was here into another parts to create a village again, or city. So that's why. But those rocks are the proof that Yeshua taught here in one of the synagogue here in Korazim.
And they found this.
And what are the faith lessons we can get from Korazim? Korazim is a testament to Yeshua's judgment on the people who rejected his teachings, miracles, healing, and salvation. Are we guilty of rejecting Yeshua and his teaching in some way? Korazim stands as a warning to us today not to do the same. In the same way, this town lies in ruins. Our lives will lie in ruins if we do not live for Him and put His words into practice. Following Yeshua brings life and blessing. Rejecting Him brings death and destruction.